one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
When I was in high school, one of my closest friends, his father actually worked at Greenwood Chevrolet. You know, selling cars is what we do, but that's not what we're about. It's very rarely ever about the car. It's about how you can make somebody feel. It's about how you could help somebody, and those are the proud moments, and I'm telling you, I got way too many to name, and I could never picture myself working anywhere else. I'm Anthony Facillo, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
Back from Bob Dove Field here in Canfield, Ohio.
Back from Bob Dove Field here in Canfield, Ohio. Game number 8 on the docket for the Cardinals this week as they welcome in the East Golden Bears. East has not played a football game in over 2 weeks. They got the COVID bug back against Boardman, where they lost that matchup 62-14. And Coach Niddle, they're going to have to knock off the rust here against a very tough Canfield football team who comes in at 6-1.
Yeah, they've got a big test ahead of them. And, we were talking, before this game that just a difficult situation. We've seen that from a couple teams this year and, how you come back from that. That's difficult. Being 2 weeks off, that's great that you should be healthy. But, especially when I think there's 29 dressed tonight, it's hard in practice to replicate what you're going to see in games. So could be a little rusty early here for East. And Zach Ahmed is back.
He's back. He is back and
we
ready
didn't
to go.
get into that. He was out last week with a little illness, and Ben Pugh took over the kicking duties, but just on cue there, out of the back of the end zone like we expected out of Ahmed. And you started this intro, and, I'm going to kind of throw you under the bus here a little bit, but you came up here, we were talking like it's week 7 already. And I'm like, it's week 8.
Yeah.
And we talk all the time about how quick these 10 weeks go. You say it every year, but it's reality. It's amazing how quickly football season rolls, high school football season rolls through the season, and we are in week 8. And the first snap is bobbled, a low snap into the turf, and not the start that East wanted. We talked about, replicating what you're going to see in a game, and right there, that's just jitters. That's just not, having 2 weeks of in-game preparation right there.
That's a loss of 7 for the starting quarterback, and Andrew Blackman, the sophomore, 6'1", 190, a very young offensive group for the East Golden Bears, although they do have 2 experienced tackles on the left and right side, 2 seniors, and Delonta Kolaski and Robert Higgs. 2nd and 17. Blackman takes the snap, rolling left. Looking down the field, it's caught. A big completion on the far side.
And I'll tell you what, he rolled out of the pocket very well there. Great route by the wide receiver and plenty of space. Kind of gave a little cushion there. Obviously, you don't want to get beat deep with it being 2nd and long, but now it's a 3rd and manageable 5 here for East.
Mario Wright, the senior wide receiver, makes the reception. 3rd down and 4. Just underway here, Bob Dove Field. Trips to the near side for the Golden Bears. 1 receiver far side. Cardinals in press coverage. Blackman takes. He's under pressure. Cardinals collapse the pocket, and they're going to drop him for a loss of 2.
Who do you got there, Rich? There's a host coming from both ends there. And who are we going to give credit to?
We're going to give credit to 78 there, and Dom D. Donato.
Very nice. And, that's going to be, this East offense is going to see a lot of pressure. And Fitch saw it last week, and they had trouble, corralling and maintaining it throughout the game. And, like I said, having those 2 weeks off and trying to pick up blitzes the Canfield's going to dial up is going to be difficult all night long.
The East Golden Bears a 3-and-out to start the ball game. 2 returners back for Canfield in midfield, and Drew Carosi and Oliver Kovas. Here comes a Cardinal running through. Ball's a line drive kick inside Cardinal territory. It's going to take an east bounce, of course, and it's going to roll another 10 yards inside the 40. Still going as the Bears trying to wave it, and it's down at the 39-yard line. So great field position for Canfield to start, but the East Golden Bears, something they've struggled with all season long, special teams for them. That's a pretty solid punt, although it got a lot of rolling on that turf.
Well, I don't know if you got to watch the game last night. All the talk was the punter for Seattle had a blocked punt. He then picked it up and punted it again. And I thought we were going to have a situation there. That was almost blocked, but they did get it off, and it did take a great roll for East.
Here's Michael Crawford on the carry, tackled from behind by number 21 and Frank Harris Jr.
And, the game plan last week was to switch it up. Coach Pav kept it close to his vest, but he let me know a little bit that they were going to, let it fly. I know tonight, I think he really wants to establish a ground game. He showed that they can throw when they need to throw last week, and they did run it well. Brock Lowry, I think, had 160-some yards on the ground and through the air. It was like almost a 300-yard performance. But I think you're going to see a lot of Crawford. I think you're going to see a lot of Schneider, Lowry. on the ground here tonight.
Here's Crawford again, breaks one arm tackle, picks up the first down and more all the way to the 47-yard line. A big gain for Michael Crawford. Man, was he good against Austintown Fitch. It took 3 bodies to bring him down last week.
And it's been like that all year. I remember being down in New Philly and some of the runs that he had. It was like a wrecking ball. And, that's his M.O. He's going to run hard, and he doesn't put the ball on the ground, which is phenomenal. I mean, usually you're running hard like that and you got 3 guys wrapped around you. You're going to put the ball, on the turf every once in a while. He hasn't had that issue this year.
Fake jet sweep to Papalia. Here's a bubble screen near side. Wide open, the receiver, Toby Smith, chopped down inside the 40 and tackled by number 15, Kyle Jenkins.
And that's great to get Toby Smith involved there. We talk about him week in and week out and what a role player for this Canfield team. He's kind of the heartbeat of it. He's involved defensively, offensively, does a lot of the dirty work, and they like to feed him a little bit every once in a while and, keep his appetite. What's the word I'm looking for?
Stays hungry.
Stays hungry. Good enough.
Michael Crawford again with the carry. Bigger gain inside the 35 to the 31. A first down. Tackled from behind by Akis Waller, the junior defensive tackle.
And, a lot of patience there by Crawford. He's seeing the hole. He's seeing where the seam is. He's getting off tackle, and he's finding that little seam. And when he sees that seam, he's hitting it hard.
Cardinals in a different look here. 2 back, split back for Lowry. They will give it. Here's Smith again. Carry right side. He's got a big hole, cuts it back. Inside the 20. Here goes Toby Smith. He's got the corner, and Toby Smith punches it in from 31 yards.
Think he's hungry now?
He's starving.
I'll tell you what. He's going to come over to the sideline, Coach Pat, feed me the ball. Let me have it. I'm feeling it tonight. And I'll tell you what. He's not that speed back. He's your power back. And he showed a little footwork, a little fancy footwork with that cutback and great run, found the open field and went in untouched. Great run by Toby Smith and great start for Canfield here with 8:32 remaining in the first. And
so we have to say this now.
I didn't want to go down that road.
Moneyman Pugh looks to knock it through. Last week against Fitch, first one he missed, and it was blocked actually as Moneyman puts it through. 7-0 Canfield to start. We will step aside. 8:32 left to play in our first quarter.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Seven 7-0 Canfield. They strike first here in the ball game as Toby Smith, the snake, runs it in from 31 yards out. We'll see what East can do on their second drive. Here, Zach Ahmed tees it up at the 40-yard line.
The funny thing is, you call him the snake, and Coach Pav might get a little worried because we did. I'm sure if you guys paid attention, we had game day here at Canfield last Thursday, and DJ Yoakley asked the question that he's asked of so many coaches, what's your biggest fear, Coach? And he said snakes. I'll tell you what, so you don't want to say snakes around Coach Pavlansky too loudly because you might see a little fear in his eyes. You won't see it on the football field, but you throw some snakes out there and
I think we might have to have a little fun with them on Wednesday at Coca's Pizza.
I'll leave that up to you. I'm staying on the good side.
First down and 10 for the Golden Bears. Ball at their own 20 after the touchback off the leg of Zach Ahmed. Quarterback Blackman in the shotgun, a man in motion. They will hand it off to number 15, Kyle Jenkins. Jenkins up the middle and a pickup of 2 yards.
A little misdirection, trying to do something up front. I think they're going to have a very difficult time running inside the tackles. I think they're going to have to, if they're going to have success, they're going to have to try to get outside. I just don't see them having the success inside. And I'd be shocked if they continue. I mean, every once in a while you're going to have to show it, but I think they're going to have to work on the perimeter here to have a little more success. And they're going to roll out this way.
Here's Blackman on the run, throwing near side. It was caught, but it is out of bounds. The intended receiver is Nick Greer, the senior wideout, and he caught it with no feet in bounds, and it will be 3rd down and 7 with 7:59 left to play here in our first quarter.
But I like the game plan here from East. They're going to have to roll out. They're going to get pressure up the middle. They're going to bring pressure. Canfield's going to have pressure in his face. So I like the rollout. Thing is, it's just going to be hard to find time to get somebody open because we've talked all season long what great coverage Canfield's had in their secondary.
Blackman under pressure. He runs into his own guy, scrambling left side, and he's brought down for a loss of 3 back to the original line, and it will bring up 4th down.
And once again, that pressure's coming right up the gut. And until they can figure out a way to, block those backers coming through the A-gap, it's going to be a long night.
Another 3 and out back-to-back for the Canfield defense so far, as the punter and number 18 for East will trot out, and that is Alex Bierig. Different punter week to week. The last punter we saw for the Bears was Luther Bell.
Well, that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of things change. He might be somebody that's still out because I know their numbers were more than 29 weeks ago, but things could have changed since then.
On one hop, Carosi will field it. He's running forward and spins towards the 40-yard line. Back-to-back drives for the Cardinals where they will start with great field position, this time inside Golden Bear territory.
And, we got to continue to give credit where credit's due, and that's Zach Ahmed. You talk about such a good weapon. You talk about special teams come playoff time, and that is such a, the underappreciated players are your kickers. And so, but when you're kicking out of the end zone, they have to start at the 20, and there's no threat of that return. It's got to be, for defenses and those offenses, I'm going to stop because
Here's Danny Inglis down the sideline, inside the 15, and knocked down inside the 10. Danny Inglis wide open to the near side, and the first reception for the Cardinals offensively. They are coming downfield in a hurry.
But what I was going to get at, it just deflates you. When you're going to start at your own 20, you might have those returners that you've counted on all season long to get you in good field position. You take that out of their hands, and that's going to be something to look forward to definitely when we get to the playoffs.
Empty gun for Lowry. Crawford in motion on the jet sweep. He will get the call right side. Stutter step, a burst of speed, and Crawford punches it in. 9 yards out, Michael Crawford, his 3rd touchdown in the past 2 games for Canfield.
And you got to credit the offensive line there. I don't think he got touched until he got about to the 1 yard line, then just plunged in. But, that's a great push up front. If you're not getting touched within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, they're doing something right up front. And they're just blowing East off the football right now. And they've already got their hands on their hips, I can already see. And, a lot of them are going 2 ways. And like we just said, having those 2 weeks off, getting in game speed is difficult.
The snap is good, hold is good, and Ben Moneyman Pugh knocks it straight through. 14-0. We'll step aside once again. 6:45 left to play in our first.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
The detail.
2 plays, 40 yards. Cardinals punching in under a minute. 6:44 left to play on our game clock here in the first quarter. Richie Giuliano, Gary Nittle with you as always here from Bob Dove Stadium. As Zach Ahmed, the dangerous weapon, wearing the blue shoes here tonight, as he will prepare to bomb it into that black turf.
I just heard some jingle bells a little bit ago, Richie, and for those of you that don't know what I mean, if you were to take a look, jeez, oh man, what a leg. Thank goodness. The Canfield student section.
There you go.
I don't know if I can get a good look at them there, but
it
is Christmas theme night here at Canfield, and I'll tell you what, they are packed down there, and there's plenty of Santa hats, and you can see the cheerleaders. Some of the cheerleaders down below got their I don't want to call them ugly Christmas sweaters because they look pretty nice, but
I mean,
I guess that's what it is.
Sweater,
right?
yeah.
I don't think
mean,
there is a nice Christmas sweater.
No, I mean, you have the right terminology there. I mean, you have the right to say that. That's what it's called.
As long as you back me on it, we're okay.
First down and 10 for East. Looking to pick up a first down here, Blackman. This time, quick release throw, far side. It is caught. A pickup of 6 yards on the far sideline. The reception goes to Nick Greer, the senior wideout.
Give credit to him. He went up and caught it at its highest point because that floated in the air. He had to go up and get it. And honestly, when I thought that was let go, I kind of cringed because, you know, that had a look of something getting picked right there. And he went up and got it. Great job and good 6-yard gain for East.
And that's where East is going to have to live here tonight. They're not going to be able to run the football against a mammoth defensive line.
Both sides struggling to get players in and out.
Second down and 4. Misdirection handoff up the middle.
Good
knocked down from
effort.
behind, got through, and picks up 2 yards.
And now you got a 3rd and 2 where he got hit in the backfield there and at least gave himself a manageable 3rd down here. And now Canfield will make some substitutions if they try to get in.
That was Frank Harris, the senior running back on the carry. They have a trio of 3 senior tailbacks, DeMonte Atkins, Kyle Jenkins, and Frank Harris. 3rd down and 2. In the shotgun, 4 wide for the Golden Bears. Canfield's going to load it up. They're going to bring 5 up the middle and plow down, no gain. It'll be 4th down and 2.
And I'm not a fan of that play call there. Like I said, I just don't think they have the bodies up front to match what Canfield can bring defensively there, especially when you got 8 men up in the box there. That's just not going to happen.
And Toby Smith coming through to make the tackle, the linebacker who plugged the A-gap. And a 3rd consecutive 3-and-out for the East Golden Bears here in the first quarter. Once again, the punter for East is Alex Bierig, the sophomore punter at 5'7", 150.
And Drew Carosi back for Canfield, I would assume.
Bierig kicks it away. This is actually Kovacs backpedaling. And he is tackled in the open field by Nick Greer. Greer with a great tackle.
A great tackle. Open field, and he doesn't make that tackle, and Kovacs might have a little seam there. So, and I believe this is exactly where Canfield started their first drive, right at the 40-yard line here, their own 40-yard line.
You are correct. That's where Toby Smith had the snake run in from 31 yards out. This time 1st and 10 from the 40. 4 wide. They fake it out. A little quick swing pass over to Papalia.
Oh, no,
Papalia down the sidelines, and there comes the flag, and it's going to be against the Cardinals. And the hold is either against Kovacs or Carosi. One of the wide receivers was holding.
Coach Pav is.
Curtis Carver, the freshman defensive back, was the victim of the holding call.
And we got a player down for East. It looks like number 77.
And that's their best lineman, too, and Delonta Kolaski, who's their starting right tackle and then their starting nose tackle as well.
He's walking off under his own power, though, which is good to see. But back to the play. That's unnecessary. And Coach Pat brought Kovacs over, and
and they're going to call it against Kovacs.
It is, and it just wasn't necessary. I mean, he had a clear path to the end zone there, and it just wasn't needed.
So that's about a 30-yard penalty for the Cardinals because Papalia was drugged down at the East 30, although it's 1st down and 15 from the spot of the foul.
Going to go empty here.
East shuffling players on. They might have more than 11 bodies on the field. Lowry dumps it off far side. Carosi jukes a man. Gets across midfield. And Drew Carosi picks up about 18 yards to the 47 of East.
And I don't know number 28 made a touchdown-saving tackle there, Mosley. I'll tell you what, he doesn't make that tackle, and it's 20-0. So credit him in pursuit there, making a great open field tackle.
The Cardinals stretching out the Bears here in this drive. This time they're going to bunch it up. Lowry in the gun. A man in motion, that's Ryan Schneider. Instead, they hand it off. Up the middle, plowing forward, a pickup of about 6 yards. And on the carry was Smith.
Well, the snake said he wanted the football.
And they're going to look to get him involved here
Yeah,
tonight.
I think this is a game you get him some work, and just in case down the road, they're going to need him.
And now they put Ryan Schneider in the backfield as well. Offset pistol, 2nd down and 4. Fake play action, looking deep down the field. Open is Kovacs off of his left hand and incomplete.
And that's the
half
first
a step.
incompletion in a half a step. I mean, he had his hands on the football. Just that's one you want to catch it in stride. He's thinking touch. If he lays out there, that's a catch. But I'm getting picky.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. That was a great throw, though. That was a really good throw. And we talked before the game what a pleasure it is to watch this team play, because just the athletes that are out on this field and the things that they can do. And, that's a ball that's across field 47 yards in the air.
3rd down and 4, and the Cardinals are going to pick it up on a gain of 4. Michael Crawford on the jet sweep carry, and that will move the sticks for Canfield. 3:30 left to play in our first quarter, 14-0. Cardinals 2 for 2. They converted with a Toby Smith touchdown and a Michael Crawford touchdown. And are we going to have a measurement here? Or?
Well, I don't know why there'd be a measurement, because it's a yard past the marker. I mean, we've had weeks where it looks like it's really close and they don't bring them out. This one was pretty evident.
No measurement. 1st down and 10 for Canfield at the Golden Bear 36. 4 wide again for the Cardinals. East puts 4 on the line. They give it. Here's Smith again, and he is drugged down for a short pickup of 3 yards.
And, there's, you give credit there to the line. They held their spots there. They wrapped them up at the line of scrimmage. That's just good hard running by Smith to get. Well, they might give him 4 yards here. They'll give him 3.
And a nice tackle off the edge by the senior and Willie Jones. Undersized as a defensive end. He's under 215 at 6 foot.
And you're used to seeing a lot of big. I mean, when he used to come in here, they'd have some big boys up front. This year, just not the same.
Ryan Schneider tripped up inside the 30. That's a pickup of about 6 yards. And it will be 3rd down and about 1.5, 2 yards.
Another side-winding run there. Had to be brought down from behind. We have yet to see, this would be the opportunity. I just don't know if Coach Pavlansky really wants to do it, but I'm calling it this is Brock Lowry territory here. 3rd and short, where he reads and picks up a 1st down. Let's see what they go with here.
Lowry. He will give it off. Here's Smith, bounces it outside, and Toby Smith knocked out of bounds inside the 20, and the Cardinals continue to move the sticks.
And, I'm seeing this right now, looking, some of these East players, they're hunched over, hands on. I mean, like I said, and this is only the first quarter. Just getting back into game speed against Canfield is that's not where you want to pick up after taking 2 weeks off. And they need a time. I mean, if I'm their coach, I'm thinking maybe getting a timeout here.
Lowry throws it. Here's Kovacs. Kovacs cuts back inside the 5 and tackled at the 3-yard line. And another 1st down. A quick little 5-yard slant, and Kovacs able to make some room.
And it's surgical right now. Outside of the one ball that was, we'll call it, maybe a half step overthrown. Every throw's been on target. Every run has been, for positive yardage. They're just doing whatever they really want to do right here in the first quarter.
Ryan Schneider in the pistol formation. He's the back. Lowry gives it. Schneider, untouched, dives in, Touchdown Cardinals, 20-0.
So, another methodical drive right down the field, even with, a penalty that they had to add, brought up a first. They started their drive with a 1st and 15 instead of a 1st and 10, and they did exactly what they had to do. Only 1 third down, and they converted. And now, Ben, what's his nickname?
Ben, Moneyman will try and knock it through. 20-0 Canfield here in the first quarter. 1:03 left to play. Snap was low. Kovacs gets it down, and Moneyman knocks it through. 21-0 Cardinals lead. When we return, we approach a minute left to play here in our first quarter.
The first woman at Greenwood Chevrolet to ever become a sales manager. I don't think people think of selling cars as a rewarding career, but when you see somebody in tears that they got a car and it's changing their life, it makes you feel like you really made a difference. That's so not what people think of the car industry. I'm Maureen McCowan, and I'm here to go the extra mile for you.
$21-0 Cards here in week 8 of our high school football season. Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle back with you here from the booth in Canfield as the Cardinals with an early strike against the Golden Bears. 21-0. They are 3 for 3 with the football on the offensive side. As for East, they have 3 3-and-outs.
Yeah, and you got to remember, Canfield kicked off to start this game too. So, when like I said, we still got a minute left here in the first quarter, but Canfield's going to get the ball to start the second half as well. Oh,
Ahmed, and he missed the pylon, and a penalty is going to come out.
We had discussions early on. Maybe it was week 2. You said it looked like he's almost aiming, working on his craft, trying to shoot for the corner of the end zone, and he's continued. I mean, that seems to be the spot where he's hitting that, left side of the end zone, but now he's getting closer and closer to kicking it out of bounds, and that was the first time that we actually saw. We're having some technical difficulties here. We've only got a minute left here in the first quarter, so if we can't get this back up here in the next minute or so, we'll
restart it.
But
yep.
You can hear us, so we'll let you know what's going on here as East will come up to the football at the 35-yard line.
Their quarterback, Blackman, fakes it.
And he'll have the first down for East High.
11-yard run for Blackman.
So some positivity here in the fourth drive for Youngstown East as they get their initial first down of the game. And a little confidence maybe. So now it's 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Blackman drops back to pass. Will air it up over to that same side, and I believe that's the same receiver that he's hit earlier, Willie Jones, who went up and got another one. I'll tell you what, that's what's worked for East up until this point is that little rollout, and he's hitting Jones. He's just going up, and the ball stays. It floats out there a little bit, but he goes up and gets it at its highest point. And I think
there we go.
We're back.
All right. Sorry, guys. I had to go behind the scenes and switch some settings real quick, and we got the camera back working.
Different when you got a 2-man crew as opposed to 10.
You're right. Second down and 2. Blackman hands it off right side, and he is hit and knocked down. A pickup of 4, though, and the Golden Bears move the chains once again. A nice drive here to end our first quarter for East.
And that'll stop the clocks, but it looks like they're going to go over. They're content taking this down here when they restart the play clock.
And it looks like they're going to run it down.
We might have the best voice in the area, Richie Giuliano. We know he can do that, folks, but what you can see him doing behind the scenes is even more phenomenal. He does it all. So You might be a little red right now, but fantastic job. That you got that up in a minute and a half.
They saw my face there for a second.
They finally get to see the face.
All right, we'll end the first
Wizard
quarter.
of Oz over here.
21-0 Cardinals lead. When we come back, we will have the second quarter between Canfield and East.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Back from Canfield High School, Richie Giuliano, Gary Nittle with you. Second quarter has the Golden Bears on the run a little bit. Blackman, the quarterback, rolling out to his right. Cardinals chasing him from behind, and it's picked off right over the middle of the field, down the sideline. Here go the Cardinals inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. A pick six for number 15 and Connor Julian.
And he stepped in front of that. Was like he was shot. He saw that coming and caught it in full stride.
So right when the Golden Bears had something going offensively, they picked up their first down of the night. Connor Julian comes over and picks it off. He goes all the way back. About a 60-yard pick six, and the Cardinals now lead 27-0.
And see, that's just the product of they picked up the blitz there very well. The quarterback, Blackman, rolled out. But like we've said all season long, it's this secondary is so tough to throw on. Even though he had time, he just couldn't find a receiver, and that's one he probably should not have thrown and just thrown that one away or just tucked it and run.
High snap, and Ben Pugh, the fuming kick. He almost kicked that one over top of the fence behind the field goal post. 28-0, Cardinals lead, 11:45 left to play.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Second quarter between the Canfield Cardinals and the East Golden Bears. 28-0 Cardinals with the lead. We have an update around the scoreboard brought to you by 21 WFMJ. Cheney with a 14-0 lead against the Howland Tigers, as Canfield will take on Howland next week in Tiger Country. A couple other scores as West Branch beating Alliance 14-6 right now in the first quarter.
That's a booming kick.
Girard and Hubbard. This is a surprise, 8-8 in the second quarter. The Girard Indians without 8 of their starters this week. So credit to them right now hanging with Hubbard. And then one of the best games of the week in LeBray as the Vikings lead 14-0 over Brookfield in LeBray.
And that one really doesn't surprise me. Coach Armini, I think this is that time of the season where they really take that next step. They're always well coached, and they've had a great start to the season, but I think now is when you're really going to see LeBray take it to a next level. Much like Canfield has really done.
Yeah.
After that Dover loss, it's been all business.
Yep, everything's been uphill for the Canfield Cardinals offensively and defensively. Short pass over near side, and there's nothing going for the Golden Bears. A loss of 2 inside the 20.
And that's credit to Blackman there. I'll tell you what, there was a blitz off the outside. He felt the pressure right away, got rid of the football. Just too many secondary guys for Canfield all over the field.
And we'll give the tackle to Carosi as well. 2nd down and 12. 11:15 left to play in our first quarter. East, who has lost 4 games in a row. As they started off the season 1-0, they beat Cleveland Shaw 12-8 on their home turf.
Got time.
Blackman steps up, in some trouble now, and he is rocked. No gain on the play. The tackle is Dom Marzano.
And, you know, as that play's developing, I was looking downfield. And when I say it, they were on jersey, there wasn't any separation from any of these receivers. And if you can't get separation, these receivers got to help their quarterback out. He's getting a little bit of time. He has some time. It's the routes, and maybe they're not running the correct routes or whatever, but they're almost all go routes, and there's really nothing going on. So
yeah, there's no.
I think they got to work something. Movement. What's worked for them is that 8-yard out to Jones, and we haven't seen much of that. There it is right now.
Blackman squares up, and he launches it into the Canfield sideline, and the special teams unit will come back onto the field. The 4th 3-and-out for the Golden Bears today.
But those are the routes that Mario Wright just ran there. That 8-yard out, that's where they're going to have success. You know, it's going to have to be something fairly quick. You're not going to have a ton of time, and you're not going to get the ball deep downfield. So the 2 completions that they did have, or 2 of the 3 that they had, are on those little 6-yard outs.
Alex Bierig back to punt for the Golden Bears as he has set up shop inside his own 10. As the Cardinals will trot out Jack Fabry at the last second.
Yeah, you need somebody on that gunner. You leave him wide open.
The long snap is high. Greer takes a few steps back. He will put his right leg into it. It will take a hop at the 45 and take a Cardinal bounce, and then goes backwards and spins to the 46, and it is down by number 19 in Luther Bell. That's where the Cardinals will take over with 10:10 left to play here in our second quarter.
That was really close to hitting a Canfield Cardinals foot there, which would be a live football, and East could have jumped on it, but it must have just taken a weird bounce right at the last second.
So now for the second time today, the Cardinals start their drive inside Golden Bear territory. 2 backs for the Cardinals. Offset pistol again, low snap. They will hand it off the left side and hammered behind the line. A nice tackle coming off the edge by number 28 for East.
That would be Montlin Mosley. And I saw a Kesey Waller in on the tackle there as well, off from the end position.
Montan Mosley, the senior middle linebacker, 6'1", 170, makes his second tackle, and it's the first tackle for a loss. 2nd down and 12, 9:35 left to play. 4 wide for Canfield. Man-to-man defense for the Golden Bears. They bring 6 over the middle. Some pressure by East, and a late hit, but no call. He was rocked in the backfield by number 51 and Keith Waller.
And he's had 2 good plays there in a row where he's gotten off the football, and he looks like he's limping around a little bit, but he's going to stay in the football game.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. They have 3 guys up front that are playing both ways. Yeah. You got Keith Waller as well as Dwayne Irby, and then Delonta Kolaski. 3 guys who play both ways on the offensive and defensive line.
Jake Schneider checks in for Canfield, and the big 6'6" target.
Lowry, a bubble screen over the middle. Bubble. It's caught and drugged from behind. A great open field tackle by number 77, who we just mentioned, and Delonta Kolaski.
Who had to come out of the game and just came back. And I wonder if that's, Coach Pavlansky's thinking, hey, this is, 4-down territory. We're in their territory, a little bubble. We're going to try that. Great positive yardage there, and now it's a 4th and 4 at the 40-yard line of East. See what they decide to do here.
Cardinals going to keep the offense on the field. 4th down and 4, 8:50 left to play. Lowry in the gun. 4 wide again. He takes a low snap, looking for a quick throw. He's got it near side. It is complete. Out of bounds at the 35. A pickup of about 6. And a first down to Zane McElroy here on senior night. The senior who was brought out by the head basketball coach and Todd McElroy, along with his 2 sisters.
does a great job here at Canfield. Been here a long time. I get to see him a lot, obviously, as 2 head coaches here at Canfield. And before games, he works the gate. He does a whole lot of things here, and it's good to see Zane get a catch there on senior night.
A man in motion. Lowry will hand it off. Back to his main man, and Michael Crawford barrels over a defender. Crawford racing far corner, inside the 10 to the 5. Did he get across? He did! Michael Crawford from 34 yards out with the strength of a lion pushes to the pylon.
Well, from 34 yards out, makes the score 34-0. And wasn't that a 30? No, it wasn't a 34-yard run earlier. But I'll tell you what, it's just determined running by these Canfield running backs. And name them all: Snyder and Crawford and Lowry when he had Toby Smith. They've, when they find a hole, they're hitting it hard. And it looks like we have a Youngstown East player down in the end zone, which looks like they're attending to.
And while they do that, we'll step aside real quick. Injury timeout as we await the extra point.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
34-0 Cardinals lead. Michael Crawford, his second rushing touchdown here tonight. One was from 9 out, the other one from 34. And the Golden Bears coming on late as they will get him on, as the official will wait to blow the whistle after the injury timeout. Ben Moneyman Pugh, once again, the strong leg will knock it through. 35-0 Cardinals, 8:08 left to play when we come back here on the home of Canfield and East, ysnlive.com.
The first woman at Greenwood Chevrolet to ever become a sales manager. I don't think people think of selling cars as a rewarding career, but when you see somebody in tears that they got a car and it's changing their life, it makes you feel like you really made a difference. That's so not what people think of the car industry. I'm Maureen McCowan, and I'm here to go the extra mile for you.
Michael Crawford, another touchdown as he adds to his fantastic senior season for the Canfield tailback. 4 touchdowns for him in the last 2 games. He had 2 against Austintown Fitch and a 41-10 victory against the Cardinals. And even head coach Mike Pavlansky, who we had on Wednesday in our Coach's Corner, said, if you were to tell me it was 41-10 at the end of the game, he said, I'll admit, I would assume we had the 10 points.
Coach Pav being Coach Pav. Sorry.
Very
humble.
He is very humble.
It's just class. That's just, not kicking a man when you're down, even if other ones, they're going to take shots. We talked about before the game. We were in the locker room and the bulletin board material that, we played big boy football against Massillon, and Canfield's not big boy football. Well, speaking of Fitch, another game of interest is that they're playing Wadsworth tonight, who's a big D1. I mean, that's a D1 type school and good, proud program. And that game is 7-3 Wadsworth in the second. So keeping an eye on that game. Obviously, that's a game that Canfield would like to see Fitch win.
Yes, for the
points. Which I get it's the best system we have, and but there are definitely, I'll give you a really good example of why I'm not a huge fan of the way the point system works here in a second.
Blackman up the middle, 1 yard gain to the 21-yard line.
You take a team like Champion. If you look at their record, they've played a lot of games close. Liberty, with it, Liberty, their record doesn't show that they're a good football team, but they were in every game. Yet they would get the same amount of points as another team that has 2 wins that gets blown out every week. You can't necessarily go off of – I know it's the best that we have. I get that. But some teams play different schedules, and their games are closer. A win shouldn't just be a win. It's kind of like it used to be before, even college basketball, college football, when teams would just – blow out team 72-0 and just, for points and just to try to make it a show. But it is what it is, and I don't know what the better system would be, how you go about it, unless you had coaches start voting on who is better. But then again, they don't get to see all the other teams.
That's what baseball does, correct?
Yeah.
They vote.
We do. And then, it comes down to a situation where you got to sit in front of other coaches and you got to say, hey, this is the number 1 seed. This is the number 2 seed, the best team we've seen. And that's kind of how it was 2 years ago with the COVID year. It was kind of like, they went off of it was a different system. They didn't use the play because not everyone played the same schedule and everything. But a perfect example is, some people were comparing Hubbard and Canfield.
Yeah.
And
Hubbard's got a great team.
Hubbard does have a good team. But when you look at who they've played up to this point,
it's
outside
all down.
of the Poland, they haven't played at Dover. They haven't played, in Austintown Fitch. They haven't. So just because, they're getting points in their strength of schedule. Now, we just said we're going to find out real quick in Week 10 when they match up with South Range if they're for real or not. I mean, I think that's going to be a great football game. I don't think either team goes in and blows one of the other ones out. I think that's going to be a tight football game. But at least you'll have a pretty good feel of where they're at in all of this. Because, I mean, it could be a biased opinion, but Canfield can play with anyone right now.
Oh, I think we've seen it.
I just, outside, and Dover is as good as anyone in this region, and it came down to one play. And I think they've gotten better since then. So it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Second down run for the quarterback. And it's a pickup of about 3 yards for Andrew Blackman. That will move the sticks across the 45 to the 47. 5:30 left to play here in our first half. 35-0. The Cardinals with the lead as the Golden Bears, who are coming off of a 2-week stint where they had COVID and they couldn't get on the football field. Very unfortunate for the Golden Bears. And as we've mentioned a couple times here in the broadcast, trying to knock off the rust, and a team that is 6-1 in Canfield, not the best team to face after 2 weeks off.
But their last drive showed some promise until the errant throw. This drive, they're moving the football. They're having some success, and they're going to go deep here.
Blackman going deep down the field. He's got his receiver incomplete, juggled and incomplete, looking for Mario Wright.
And that's been his go-to receiver tonight, and he wants that football. He wants to check it out. Let me see.
I think he's also going. I don't know what he's asking. Is he asking to see the football?
I don't know what he just wanted to. He's like, let me see if my fingerprints are on there because I know I touched it. It was very similar to the Kovas throw that Lowry had earlier, just overthrown by a couple feet.
2nd and 10. How about the arm, though, of Andrew Blackman? Airing it out deep. He had a lot on that football. He hands it off this time and tripped up at the line of scrimmage. As on the tackles, Toby Smith. He tripped him up.
That was an athletic move there by the running back, that's for sure. That just got tripped up at the last second. And it looks like Mario Wright's calling he's taking himself out of the football game here, taking his helmet off. He's upset. I don't know if he's upset about the throw or whatever. This is a 3rd and long, and he's been the go-to receiver, and he's walking down, sitting down on the bench. He's not happy about something.
Taryn Ivey will enter in his place on 3rd down and 9, under 4 minutes left to play in our first half. Blackman takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes some pressure off the edge. Throws it incomplete as the wide receiver and Isaiah Johnson came back to the football, but he lost his footing there, fell down, and couldn't make the catch.
I'm not sure. I think Blackman had to get rid of that a little too quick. I think he wanted to settle down, turn, and the ball just got on him. He wasn't expecting it. Very similar, once again, got to watch the Rams game last night. And Cooper Kupp, there was a throw that Matt Stafford made that they showed over and over. He turned, and it was on. As he made the turn, it was in his hands. He had to bobble it, make a catch. That was very reminiscent of it right there.
Greer back to punt again. As the Golden Bears picked up a couple first downs, but unfortunately have to punt.
Got a whistle here. Timeout East.
And East will take a timeout. So with 2:54 left to play here in the half, Canfield will get the football back as the Golden Bears looking to punt when we return here on YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Timeout taken by East. Their first charge timeout here in the half. 2:54 left to play. Let's see what the Golden Bears have up their sleeve. You think a fake here, potentially?
I think they didn't have enough guys on the field, to be honest with you. But I told you before with the break when you said Canfield's going to get the ball, you can't necessarily assume.
Greer will take a few steps, and he will punt it away. Fair catch is caught back by Kovas inside the 20. And the Cardinals are going to have to storm all the way down the field with 2:35 left to play. So they will start inside the 20.
And do I dare say it? I mean, how many weeks now? That number 35, it's almost got to be a symbol of this Canfield season. 35-0 scores going into halftime has been a norm. You had, we say it every week, New Philly. Cleveland JFK.
Oh, there was 4 games in a row they beat a team 35-0 and 35-6. Yeah.
And then, you throw last week in, and they've just been dominant.
There's a handoff up the middle. A new running back. And number 33 who gets the call this time, that is Scotty Eaton.
Scotty Eaton.
The sophomore tailback at 6'1", 161. A big gain all the way up to the 29-yard line.
Expect a lot of things out of Scotty Eaton on the baseball field as well. He's a heck of a baseball player, lefty. I love my lefties, as being lefty myself, but he missed the first 5 weeks of the season. Him and Jake Schneider, 2 sophomore lefties. And they've played, Jake Schneider played a big part his first game back 2 weeks ago, and now Scotty Eaton's getting some work, which I like to see.
Here's Carosi now, the quarterback. He will hand it off.
Good hard run.
Rip from behind.
Still on his
Running
feet.
back still on his feet as he broke through 4 tackles. And that is number 27 in Don Marzano.
No, that's not shocking.
So the linebacker getting the call
That's
here.
not shocking once you see who's carrying the football there.
And it looks like head coach Mike Pavlansky wants to get some different guys some reps, and they're going to milk this clock as we are under 1:15.
Yeah, and, you can't get in the mind. I mean, Coach Pavlansky could tell you a lot of things, but we were a little – I know he was a little worried. I was a little worried, coming into the Fitch game just because they hadn't played a full football game, and you knew the Fitch game was going to be a 4-quarter game. And now, once again, you're kind of getting in that situation. It's 35-0 at halftime. You can't leave the starters out there for a lot of reasons. 1, injury concerns. 2, it's not a good look. 3, I can go on, but at the same time, it's getting those reps, and it's getting, to play 4 quarters is different than playing 2 quarters. And when you get into playoffs, Chardon isn't, you're not putting your subs in against Chardon in the second half. That's never going to happen.
Here's Scotty Eaton again. Eaton picks up the first down. He gets across to the 44. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, the Cardinals are going to head to the locker room up 35-0. We'll step aside. We'll be back for some score updates around the Valley when we return here on YSNLive.com.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the four words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Jimmy Sudman here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Canfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beer starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Canfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beer starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
And welcome back to Bob Dove Field here in Canfield, Ohio. Week number 8 of the Ohio high school football season. Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle, the Canfield crew with you here tonight as the East Golden Bears will kick it off to Canfield to start our second half. Couple of score updates for you, brought to you by 21 WFMJ. At half, West Branch beating Alliance 35-14. Austintown Fitch, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Canfield needs them to win due to the point factor. They are beating Wadsworth by 3, 17-14 at the half. Salem trailing Carrollton 14-10. Camel is trailing Champion 13-0 at the half. Cheney 20-7 lead over the Howland Tigers at halftime as well. 2 games canceled, Columbiana, East Palestine, Crestview, Garfield. And another game canceled as well, Boardman and Ursuline. Boardman has some COVID issues right now. Canfield with the football, juking and jiving across the 20 and somehow finally brought down as Muckelroy was dancing all over the place.
He thought I was homecoming again last week. Out on the dance floor. I'll tell you, that's one way to get hurt, though. Because you do that one too many times before you know you had 5 East High Golden Bears corralling them up.
We'll continue on our trek here for the high school update as Jefferson and South Range, the Raiders with a 35-21 lead, a shootout there in the second quarter. Not much defense play between Jefferson and South Range. Springfield leading Western Reserve 28-0 at the half. Niles and Struthers, a great game out of the NE8 conference, tied up at 7 in the second quarter. Cleveland, Villa Angelo, St. Joseph.
Say that again, Richie.
Villa Angelo, or is it Angela?
Angela.
Villa Angela, St. Joseph, leading Ursuline 13-8 at the half. And St. Thomas Aquinas and Warren JFK, a late scratch as well. They were canceled. And then United leading Wellsville 21-7. Hubbard is up to Girard 15-8 at the half as well.
Low-scoring affair there.
Yeah, so
those are 2 teams. I'd take the over in that game.
Yeah.
I'd be in trouble right now because that over would probably be around 80-some.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to tell me
2 teams.
7 guys out for Girard and the way T.C. Caffey has played this season.
And Girard can put up 50, 60 points. Even I know there's 8 guys out, but that's shocking.
There's a jet sweep off to the right side.
We got a flag, which I don't know what those things are. Those yellow things came out. We haven't seen many of those tonight. In fact, I think that's only the second flag on the evening.
And it's going to be a holding call on the Cardinals. That was Scotty Eaton on the carry, though, for Canfield.
It was also Scotty Eaton on the first play while you were going through those scores with the gain of 5. Well, now it's going to bring up a second and extremely long for the Cardinals. We'll call it 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16. But I'm trying to think. There were a couple scores that you went through. First of all, the one that I'm pretty excited about is Beaver Local IC beating Indian Creek, and a good friend of mine, Bob Beam, took over as the athletic director at Beaver Local, and I'm going to tell you what. Not that Beaver Local hasn't had some exceptional athletics these past couple years, but it seems like everything that they're doing right down there in Beaver Local. And they've got facilities that are only going to get better and better. Derek Wolf, who's playing in the NFL, donated. I think they got $3 million donated to upgrade their facilities, and it's already beautiful there. So Beaver Local is having a great year this year.
And I've heard from rumors that it's going to be somewhat like the Watts, the Youngstown State, a smaller version of the Watts.
Correct.
Definitely not as big as that.
But the same structure,
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, talking to him, he's really excited about that. So good for them, good for Beaver Local. I got a lot of friends that live down that way, so great to see them having a great year this year.
3rd down and very long. Cardinals to throw. Quarterback under some trouble, and he is dropped in the backfield. The sack to number 51 and Akis Waller. Waller's been all over the place for East tonight.
Defensively, he's done a fantastic job on that from the right end. He's made some plays tonight for East. That's definitely for sure. Now, You got a 4th and 30, and Canfield's going to be punting from the back of their own end zone here. So this is an opportunity for East maybe to get a block here. They're definitely going to have good field position. So
Ryan Schneider, the punter for the Cardinals.
Trying to get set defensively, trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Schneider will boot it away. End over end, spiraling kick across the 30. Takes the Canfield bounce. Picked up at the last second by number 2 and Mario Wright. Right along the far side, inside the 25-yard line. And Wright, who received that short hop right at his ankles, takes it for a gain of about 14 yards across to the 24-yard line.
And whoever I couldn't tell because I've lost the camera there for a second, but I don't know who the gunner was. He did exactly. He got in front because you don't obviously want to hit thinking the fair catch is going to be made. He was standing waiting. The ball went right over his face mask, so it's hard to adjust. When he picked it up, they were there to make a play, but it was too late at that point. So Youngstown East has great field position here to start the third quarter at the 23-yard line.
Andrew Blackman in the shotgun. Timothy Howell is the back. They fake it to Howell. Read option right side. Blackman avoids the tackle, avoids 2, and is tripped up. He's close to the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
And, this has been the Achilles heel of this Canfield team starting the third quarter, coming out. And a lot of it is second and third teamers, but they've got to step it up right now. They've got to understand that, they might not be starters and they might be young and they want playing time. They've got to show it here. And the second level has been kind of the Achilles heel for them.
This time it's Howell with the carry. Spins forward right around the 11-yard line. That'll be a first down for the East Golden Bears as they look to punch it in for the first time tonight. As they have a goose egg on the scoreboard. Picked up a couple of first downs in that first half, but overall the East Golden Bears offense produced 4 3-and-outs, a pick 6, and a punt. So they're looking to flip that switch here in the second half. First down and 10. Howell again. Howell breaks 2 tackles and is brought down from behind by Connor Miller.
And there's the difference you've seen from, this first team of Canfield. They clean that up. They wrap up and they finish it. That's something that needs to be addressed here. That's something that needs to be worked on. Now, that's a 5-yard gain that should have been a no gain there as they wrapped them up at the line of scrimmage, but they're not finishing the play.
Second down and 5 for the Golden Bears. Howell still in the backfield. 4 wide for East. Canfield loads it up. Blackman takes a snap. They go back to Howell, who is tripped up, and he lost a yard.
And that's a tackle by the 8-yard line there. Wrapped him up, that hash mark.
Yeah. Turf Monster got him.
Turf Monster gets credit with the tackle there, and then the rest of Canfield piled on. So, obviously, it's 3rd and 5. Well, we're going to call it 3rd and 7. And they can get a first down right around the 1-yard line here, but this got to be 4-down territory. And so although they're got players trying to get set here, still got 5 seconds left on the play clock, but now they're set.
Blackman takes a high snap, looking to throw. Pressure comes overneath, and it's incomplete. Looking for his intended receiver over the middle, and number 2,
right.
Mario Wright.
He's looking for a flag. He's been
verbal today.
He's very frustrated at this point. And it looked like he had a step there. If the ball was thrown a little better, that could have been a touchdown. But it was a little overthrown, and at this point you're trying to get anything you can get, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 7 here for East.
4:30 left to play in our third quarter. East knocking on the door. Blackman rolling to his left, looking, squares his shoulders, throws. Is it caught? It was. Touchdown East.
Right.
In the corner, Mario Wright. And the Golden Bears are on the board.
And give credit to East there and Mario Wright. Could have had a touchdown the play earlier. Was a little frustrated, and Blackman rolled out really well there. Hits him right at the pylon.
It looks like East might have to go for 2 here. They bring Howe and Blackman back on the field. 35-6. Mario Wright, the touchdown reception. Blackman will fake it. He'll run it. Left side and into the end zone untouched. 2-point conversion is good. Blackman sneaks it in.
So we got a 35-8 ball game here with 3:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
So we'll step aside. We'll be back.
Jimmy Sudman here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
East gets on the board here in the third quarter. Mario Wright, the touchdown reception. And now we have a new kicker, and number 77, and Delonta Kolaski. So the big fella will put the ball down. He will boot it away. Puts his toe into it. At the 22-yard line, here come the Cardinals taking it out. Once again, Muckleroy moving the wrong way, going backwards. And number 15, and Kyle Jenkins will come in and make the tackle.
North and south, north and south, north and south. Oh, my goodness. I know being a special teams guy, that was always my don't reverse field, don't go backward. Take the positive yardage.
So the Cardinals come out after their first 3 and out of the ball game. Credit the East defense, although Canfield had a couple of penalties in that drive to start.
Guys, regular clock. Okay.
So as you hear, we had a continuous clock in the second half because it was 35-0, but now it goes back to the stopping clock. Cardinals in the offset pistol formation, high snap. The handoff goes to Eaton. Eaton right side is chopped down from behind. Number 16 on the tackle for East, and Curtis Carver.
And obviously the goal here in the second half. Canfield's going to run the football a majority of the time. They've got to cover it up, though. You know, you can't have turnovers. You don't want to make this, allow East to get back into the football game here. They're going to try to take as much time off the clock as they can. And like you said, mix some new guys in here. Scotty Eaton getting a lot of work here late in the second quarter and now here in the third quarter, which is good to see. And I'm sure we'll see a couple other backs getting some opportunities here tonight.
2nd down and 6, gain of 4 for Eaton. They go right back to him. Up the middle, back. And this time is chopped down for a gain of 1 across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
And, not getting that same push up front that we saw here in the first half. They're kind of standing straight up and staying low and attacking this defensive line. Makes
so another 3rd down.
Running backs.
3rd down and 4, gain of 2 yards. Looks like Paul Bindus has taken over duties at the quarterback position. Carosi and Lowry most likely will take a seat for the remainder of this ball game. Bindus. Design run left side. He cuts it back up the middle, has a hole, and is brought down at the 40. Good enough to pick up the 1st down.
And that should take us to the end of the quarter here, as there's only 28 seconds remaining and 35 on the play clock. So I think we've seen our last play here of the quarter.
Quick third quarter, to say the least. 35-8. East gets on the board. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this on ysnlive.com.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Going from mindful to mindful sometimes requires a helping, healing hand. Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness offers a continuum of mental health and wellness care. At Insight, we're changing the way you receive counseling and wellness services with experienced licensed clinicians and expertly trained wellness staff. With 4 locations in Mahoning and Columbiana County, along with telehealth services, Insight offers clients quick access to care when they need it. Transform your mental health and wellness at Insight Clinical Counseling and Wellness.
And welcome back to Canfield High School. Richie Giuliano, Gary Niddle with you here in the booth. First down and 10 for Canfield at their own 40. Final 12 minutes left to play between the Golden Bears and the Cardinals. Paul Bendis, who took over, will hand it off. Here's Eaton up the middle as Eaton plows forward, puts his head down, and picks up 7 yards to the 38-yard line.
Good hard run there. Good 7-yard gain for the Cardinals and Scotty Eaton.
So Eaton has got the majority of the touches here in the second half as number 42 will check in for Canfield and Zach Fabian, wide receiver and sophomore. This time an empty gun for Paul Bendis, the sophomore quarterback who could be the future after Lowry. Bendis is going to run it right side. He is chopped down at his ankles, but picks up the first down into Golden Bear territory at the 48-yard line.
And that'll move the chains. It'll keep the clock running and keep this drive alive.
Looks like Paul Bendis right now, almost like Kim Yu Kim, where they're going to be running a lot of read option in the future. And it looks like we have a hurt bear.
Like we've got another, yeah.
Although the training staff quick
They've been
to return
quick.
to the sideline.
You know, when they go down, they've gotten up quick. I will say that tonight. That
Kyle Jenkins, yeah. We've called his name a couple times tonight. Jenkins, the senior who plays on both sides of the football. He's made a few tackles here in the second half. First down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bendis comes back out with Eaton to his left and 3 wide receivers. A man in motion from right to left. Some movement on the left side of the line. They fake the jet sweep. Bendis goes up the middle and a short gain of about 2 yards at most. East lucky not to be called with the offsides call here on the near side. Looks like the defensive end was off before the snap.
And it might be one of those situations. I think the officials are being a little lax. I think the situation on the field might be, this game's been decided at this point, and no necessary need here. We know what the situation is here. Canfield's just going to try to run the football, run the clock. In East at this point, they've gotten back on the football field. They've got a game under their belt now, and after this game they can look ahead to next week and see some of the things, especially here in this second half, that they've done better, and carry that over into next week.
Evan Williams gets his first carry of the ball game as he picks up about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Canfield Cardinals. Under 10 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Canfield, who will prepare to go on the road to finish their season. This is their final regular season game here at Cardinal Stadium, as Canfield will take on Howland, and they'll also take on Boardman. No guarantees, though, that you're going to hear us the next 2 weeks. It's still up in the air. We might get the call, though, late to call the game against Howland. Canfield up the middle, a quarterback keeper for Bendis, who was
got upended there and got a little. Last thing you want to see is an injury at this point on either one of these teams.
So another 1st down and 10 as Canfield continues to succeed on 3rd down. And we're going to have a platoon come off the bench for the Cardinals. They bring in 5 new guys. Canfield going to try to get as many guys as they can into the game. Talking to Mike Pavlansky, the head coach for Canfield.
Especially with it being senior night, I see a couple coming in and out that, we don't get to say very often. I saw Paul Campbell, senior, coming out on that last play and getting a high five from the coaches on the side. So, that's a great opportunity. You put your time in here and you work all summer and, do the off-season stuff. It's awesome to at least get out on the field and, get recognized a little bit.
And that's now the 6th back for Canfield. Tony Wren, a sophomore who got the carry. So we've seen everybody from Tony Wren to Eaton to the starters and Crawford.
Schneider.
Toby
the
Smith.
Snake Smith.
The Snake. Wren's in motion. They fake it. Bendis up the
I don't know
middle.
if that was an
and
RPO
he is
or
chopped
what.
down at the 29-yard line, a pickup of 4. Update in the NE8. Hubbard scores again as they punch it in with 7:47 left to play in the third quarter. And that makes it 28-8. So the Eagles, who were just up by 7 points at the half, pulling away on their home turf.
And, that's not surprising. At some point, they're probably just wearing them down at this point.
Yeah.
And like you said, being undermanned, having 8 guys out, it's probably the situation.
Here come the Golden Bears. They rush, and
that one they're
gonna call them for an offsides penalty. Encroachment call on East, and it will be 3rd down and 2 for the Cardinals. I didn't catch the number there, did you?
No.
I don't
know
he
if
said
they
66.
I was trying to listen up here too, but
either way, they're offsides.
it's offsides East, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
$7:15. Bendis all alone. He will run it right side, trying to get to the 25.
And I'm guessing
They're going to move it, Near side officials saying, let's move the sticks.
Yeah, let's move the sticks.
And the Golden Bears sideline, they think they had to stop there.
Well, and now maybe they've gotten the ear of the official over there to say, hey, let's measure this.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And he's going to walk back over, and
I'm guessing they're measuring it because Canfield's coming off.
So at worst, it's a 4th and inches.
Yeah.
And
they're going to go for it. Unless they want to get some practice in on a late field goal.
I think we're going for it here. just and who knows? This could be a 1st down, and it's a moot point.
One of the Golden Bears down on the ground, number 18, Alex Bierig, trying to see
Check it out,
if they held that line, and they did not. 1st down Canfield as the football was halfway over.
That was awesome. That's what's great about, coming to watch these games is that they're kids.
And they're still into the game, too.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a positive for East, I think.
Absolutely.
We saw JFK come to town a couple weeks ago, and they were so deflated. It didn't even seem like they wanted to be on the football field. It looks like these guys are having some fun out there.
They are. And, I got to see a couple of them, prior to the game, and it seemed like a great group of guys. They were, having some fun and, very courteous and very respectful. And, and that's what high school football is all about. It really brings out the best in these young men. And it doesn't matter what school you're playing for or, the fact that you're out there competing is just great lessons in life, that you're going to take with you and at the next level, whatever it is you decide to do. So hats off to all these players on both sides.
Dwayne Irby, a 5-yard loss for Bendis. Irby with another tackle for a loss tonight. Offset pistol for Canfield, 2nd down. They will hand it off right side.
No going.
And East all over it. A couple of Golden Bears that get in there.
And, they got 9 guys up in the box. They know what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, what a disadvantage it is for these running backs for Canfield. I mean, they're taking the football and there's 9 guys. They got 1 guy out on a wide out that they'll cover, but I'd be shocked here. I think you're going to see this. Well, I mean, 3rd and long here now. The free safety is going to stay back, but
jet sweep, they fake. Bendis up the middle, and he is hit inside the 30, knocked down at the 26.
And we're down just about 5 minutes left remaining here as we got a 4th and long, and obviously Canfield's going to go for it here, run the football probably.
Yep. Run another 30 seconds off the game clock.
And for those that don't understand, if you're watching this game, it's not that they're going for it on 4th down to try to score here.
No.
This is just a run clock off. They're going to, it's – and
you
maybe they
punt
put it
here.
in the air. But, yeah, they're, just to get a little work. But it's not definitely not to run a score. They might try to get a first down here, but chances are that's what you're going to see as a run play.
Here's a jet sweep to Tyler Eichert. Eichert cuts it up the middle. He's not going to get the first down, but a good gain for Eichert. And the Cardinals are going to turn it over on downs. Hard to believe that's just their second drive of the second half. I mean,
and they had the ball first.
Yeah.
Well, the running clock took care of a lot of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been that theme. You look at the score, 35-8, and that's been like we said going into halftime, a lot of 35-nothings, but there hasn't been a lot of points put up by Canfield in the second half. If you looked, if you just took second half scores,
we would
over the course,
be losing.
We'd be losing. And I think that started. We talked about Cleveland JFK won the second half.
They won 14-0 in that second half.
The second half ended up 35-14, and obviously the shutout at New Philly. Here you'd have an 8-0 score in the second. Fitch was just a 4-quarter.
Yeah.
We'll call it a mauling.
It
really was. And was it shocking? Yeah. But so
I mean, just the ability against Fitch to run the football amazed me. With that defensive line, 3 guys over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, and a very young offensive line for Canfield, but they continue
outside
to
of Bowen
mature.
Being a senior, and I agree.
And I mean, Canfield really just ran it down Fitch's throat. East called a timeout
On the change of possession.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't go home with them.
You're right.
And there's 4 minutes remaining, so why not? Ooh.
A carry to Kyle Jenkins, and he is stocked up in the backfield.
Yeah.
Tackled at the 16. That's going to be a big loss for the Golden Bears.
And that's going to keep the clock running here, probably under 4 minutes until the next play is taken. And here comes Mario Wright. He's going to want the football here, I have a feeling.
No
he looks
doubt.
like somebody that you want to feed him the football.
He's like Odell.
He's going to be. He wants the football here. Keep an eye on number 2 out here on the near side in the slot.
Andrew Blackman, the quarterback.
There's
3-step
his
drop.
out.
He's
But they're
looking
gonna
for
go
Wright.
For it all.
Deep down the sideline, and
got
it is
him.
juggled,
and a
and
flag,
it is
and
caught.
That's gonna be a catch. It's got to be defensive.
That was number 11, and Nick
No,
Greer.
it was Wright did the out pattern, and he went deep with it. He went with the go route. It's a great catch, and he's calling. He's like, I got the flag, and I still caught the football. That's a heck of a catch.
Yeah, that was Greer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kicker, right, or the the punter.
The punter.
Say. I can't. The kicker was. We got. He's still showing the flag.
Still for a little bit.
Got the flag. You caught the ball, buddy. That's a heck of a catch. You didn't need the flag.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like the NFL. The flag does nothing.
That's a heck.
Blackman to throw again. Has plenty of time. Dumps it off far side. That is complete to number 4.
Oh, and he's going to score.
And Isaiah Johnson. Down the sideline, tiptoeing, and he is into the end zone. A touchdown reception for Isaiah Johnson. 41 yards for the Golden Bears.
And that's just poor execution there. Canfield's got to do a better job. There were 3 or 4 missed tackles there after the ball was completed, and they got to show some fire. It's almost like a tale of two halves here. East was deflated, wasn't showing a whole lot in the first half. Now, Canfield, it's like they don't want to be out there. Heck, you get that opportunity, make it count.
35-14, the Bears come out here in the second half. They are 2 for 2, a touchdown for Mario Wright, and then a 41-yard touchdown for Isaiah Johnson. And they're going to go for 2 as well.
I'm calling a Mario Wright call here.
Andrew Blackman fakes it. They're going to run it
himself.
right side. He cuts it back up the middle.
Nobody
And
there.
once again, Blackman into the end zone, and he has the 2-point conversion, 35-16. And we'll step aside. 3:10 left to play when we come back.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
$35-16. Cardinals are way on top, but if you look at the second half, the Golden Bears flipped the script. In the third and fourth quarters, they're up 16-0.
Onside kick.
Why not? I mean,
what do you got to lose? I mean, I don't know.
I highly
having 2
doubt
weeks
it.
off. I don't
Yeah.
know if they have that in their repertoire that they practice. It's probably a little pooch here, but
I don't know. We'll see.
He's pointing.
Yeah, he's
He's
lining it
pointing
up.
at and I'll tell you what, the center of field's wide open. I'd have another man up if I were Canfield.
The kicker for East,
No, he's
Delonta Kolaski. He puts his foot into it. One hopper, bobbled at the 20. Canfield brings it out 30, 35, 40, across the 40-yard line and out of bounds there. A nice return on the play by the Cardinals. And number 3, Zane McElroy.
So,
3:03 left.
2 first downs should bring this to an end here. But hasn't been that easy here in the second half, so it's not a gimme here.
You're right. Canfield offensively in the second half, a 3 and out, and then a turnover on downs, although they did move the football their last drive.
Make sure you get that kicking tee off the field. I remember those days of you always had somebody in charge of it, and if they were sleeping or not paying attention, a kid almost tripped on it one time. That almost happened there until they just threw it off.
A man in motion. They go jet sweep. Near side, the ball is
popped
copped
out.
up, and the Cardinals lucky to fall back on it.
I'll tell you what, this is Coach Pav is not going to want to watch film of this second half. I can tell you that. There has not been a lot of positives for the Cards.
You're right.
Throw it away. Watch the first half. This is what we did well. Because, I mean, we've talked all season long. Canfield has not put the ball on the ground. I mean, Crawford, Schneider, and, you know, the turnovers just haven't been there. And that was a problem last year. You know, Chris Samarin ran like a freight train. But he'd be the first to tell you, you know,
Yeah.
there were times he couldn't hold on to the football. Brock Lowry had some issues last year that he hasn't had this year. He's worked extremely hard at holding on to the football.
Short gain of 3 up the middle. It'll be third down and moderate with 2:05 left to play in our fourth quarter.
In fact, I'm curious to see. I don't know if it's a fumble. So Brock Lowry has 1 fumble on the year. And Jack Fabry, only 2 fumbles through 8 games.
Yeah,
That is, I'll tell you what, and the 1 interception that I mean, when you look turnover-wise, that is unbelievable through 8 games, the fact that there's been 3 turnovers.
Here's
for Canfield.
Eichert on the jet sweep as he is pushed forward. A gain of 2 for Eichert. It'll bring up 4th down with under 1:30 left to play.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. If we've got 1:15 remaining, the play clock's got 27 seconds, so around 45 seconds. If you go for it here, don't get it. There's only going to be about 40-some seconds left on the turnover of downs.
4th down and 2. Canfield going to keep the offense on the field. 5 seconds on the play clock, under a minute on the game clock. They're going to run it up the middle.
Nothing there.
East
Second
swallows them up, and they're going to be a yard short at midfield.
Just no push.
So another turnover on downs. Credit the East defense here. They're still battling in the second half.
Yes, they are. Shows a lot of dedication, pride. I'll tell you what, resilience.
There's a
And
million
you can see
verbs
it
you
over
can
there.
name.
They're excited.
Oh, yeah.
And they should be. They should be. They answered the bell this second half, and, you know, they've been the more dominant team. They've been the more, what's the word? Just
assertive.
Assertive. I like that. Yeah.
And, you know,
That's
from
going to take you a long way.
From a fan perspective, too, you look at this game after it's all said and done. If it ends up 35-16, that's not a terrible loss.
No.
Completely different 35-0.
And there's
still 45 seconds
left
I
here.
mean, if they could get over 20, this
throwing the
is
ball. Yeah, and
people are going to be
that
looking
was
at this game
that
saying,
was-
what in the world?
Absolutely.
So the Golden Bears will bring out a different quarterback
They got
here.
1 second left on the play clock. I don't know if they're
Brayshawn
gonna throw the flag.
Bowie.
They're just going to let this go.
Bowie will take a knee. Wow. How about
No,
that?
That's it's sportsmanship by both sides.
Yeah.
You know, they tip
Wow.
your cap.
That is a
And,
very
that
classy
avoids
move there.
injuries on both sides, and I think both teams, seem fairly healthy at the end of this game, and
I mean,
definitely tip your cap to
that
both
is-
these coaches and doing it the right way.
That's a professional move by the East Golden Bears staff. Credit to them. I did not expect that to end this game. I thought
No.
they were going to try and
Take
score
a
again.
shot.
Yeah.
But you risk that injury,
Yeah.
and if you're thin on players and, it's a free roll, and I can totally understand. But that brings the final.
Yeah.
Because we got, 5 seconds still remaining, but they're already shaking hands, as you can see, and wishing each other well the rest of the season. And we got a 35-16 final here at Canfield. And, Richie, you've mentioned next week on Howland. Finish at Boardman. And then,
I mean, Canfield with the win tonight, if they could take care of business against Howland, they're looking strong towards the top 5 seed in this region.
and that's what's crazy when everyone, we were just talking at halftime with a couple people, they didn't move up after last. They only moved
No.
up 2 spots. Well, look who's ahead of them. Chardon ain't moving.
No.
Chardon's going to go undefeated. They're going to be the 1 seed.
Now there is a game. Kenston plays Willoughby. Good football team. If Kenston would drop, that would give them 2 losses. Canfield would slide to 5. Hubbard with the win here tonight would slide to 4. And then you still have Chardon at the top, as well
Dover.
as Dover and Steubenville.
Aurora,
who's
who is
undefeated.
looking, and they played a D2. It's going to be hard to move up. That's what we were
Yeah.
talking about. Now, if we win out, it's a playoff. We're hosting a playoff game.
No doubt.
And you go from there. Hubbard and South. It's this region, and I'll debate with anyone. Not only is it the toughest region for football, we talk about baseball. This region, just in athletics, is ridiculous. The athletics, it's crazy. But we're right there in it.
Yeah.
And we finished 9-1, and I'll tell you what, with that 1 loss, 1 possession score, we, 1 foot out of the end zone from a tie ball game, maybe win it with a 2-point conversion, and then we're at that 2 spot. With that win at Dover. That's why Dover's where they're at. But
yeah.
It's going to be fun, however you look at it. But got 2 weeks left.
Got to
You
take
can't
care of
look
business.
ahead.
You're
Can't
right.
look ahead.
Well, the final here tonight, 35-16. Cardinals take the victory. Credit to Boardman. Come out in the second half. They throw a couple punches out there, not literally, but they play well. And it's 35-16. Cardinals end up with the victory. Canfield will take on Howland on the road next week, and East will travel as they will play Ursuline, hopefully, if Ursuline is back. So the Cardinals will win it tonight.
Ursuline's okay. It was Boardman.
So the final score, 35-16. That'll do it here from the booth. For Gary Niddle, I'm Richie Giuliano saying so long here on YSN.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.